Hello, one and all. We are here again. And this is another episode of the Question Live Show with yours truly, Verona Willis-Brown. And we're here with a very special session. It's for me, it is Sunday. So happy Sunday for you. It might be Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome morning, noon, and night. Whatever it is, I say greetings from my heart, from my home to you. Now, this is the Question Live Show. If you never heard of the Question Live Show before, you never seen me, you never heard me before, you never watched the show before, and this is your first time, I want to say special welcome to you. See, if you're a first timer, you get special welcome. Yes, you do. So I ask you to type your name in the chat. And while you type your name in the chat, I will make sure that you get that special welcome. So today we are going across the globe again. Yes, we are. Last week we went across the globe. And this week we are doing across the globe again. So I hope everybody's out there. I hope you're doing well. Yes. So we are going to roll into a very special topic here today, and we are going to be talking about youth and education. Absolutely. And I have some lovely youths here. They will introduce themselves. They will tell you where they're from, and we will go right into it. But before we do that, I just want to say that we have some rules here. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 3.5, maybe 4 rules that we have here. They're very simple rules. If you are looking at me, if you're listening to me, then of course, and if I spotlight your name on the screen, you are in the live audience. If I call your name, you are in the live audience. So it is simple saying that if you are in the live audience, I ask you to just look on your screen, somewhere on your screen, you will see a share button. Click that share button and share the live. Sharing live is like sharing fresh food. Food that's just coming out of the oven or off so that your mama cook. And you know your mother could cook some best food. So you want to share that. Now, if you're watching this again and you're not seeing me putting your name on the screen, or I'm not acknowledging you, or you don't see the word live, simply mean you are watching the replay. Hashtag replay, and of course, share again. Sharing, they says, is caring. But no, I am only saying sharing because we want to inspire another. We want to educate another. We want to empower another. But most of all, we want to support each other. Absolutely. Now that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is very simple. Grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, whatever it is. Maybe it is a piece of a little feather. Now, if you have some feather, you need some ink to dip it in or some paint to dip it in. And when you do that, you want to grab yourself a notebook, absolutely, or a piece of paper. Now, what am I telling you to do? I am telling you here we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, and I encourage you to write them down. And since we're in Mental Health Month, I ask you that you extract the very thoughts that are in your head and write them down. The more you extract thoughts out of your head and put them on paper, they become reality. If you write one word can turn into a sentence can turn into a paragraph turn into a page turn into another page, and so forth. You end up with many pages, and you can have a result of a book. Yes. Thirdly, I ask you to grab yourself something to drink, whether you're drinking water, wine, tea, or juice. Me, I'm having tea. Whatever is it that you're drinking, you're in some other place that you have in a popsicle, that's fine. Some people might be having some broth. Have that as well. Whatever it is that you're drinking, by all means, go ahead. Why am I encouraging you to drink something? Because I will be doing all the talking. So guess what going to happen? You want to drink on behalf of me. Quench your thirst, but I encourage water because water is a thirst quencher. Drink your water so you can have clarity. Yes. Now, let me tell you before I go any further, I am not a medical doctor. Therefore, whatever I say, it is not medically. Whatever I say, you can verify it. I only speak on my terms. I only speak on my experience because my experiences are my teacher. And then my higher self is my teacher. So I have two teachers and many, many, many more. Yes, and I like to live and I like to learn. So I learn from the student learn from me. We teach each other, we good to go. So the next rule is if you need to use the bathroom, go to the bathroom. Now, whether it is to the right or to the left, wherever it is, just go to the bathroom and then you're going to come right back. When you come right back, your seat will be reserved. Your seat is like the seat of life where your destiny is on it. Your intention, your expectation, your goals, and your destiny is on there. And inside of your destiny and your purpose lies greatness. What is greatness? Greatness is inside of you, and therefore, you will not hand over your seat to anyone. You will not compromise your seat for anyone because greatness is inside of you. And when you hand over your greatness, you are handing over your birthright. Therefore, I said, make sure that your seat is secure. Make sure that you're in place. Make sure that you know exactly where your seat is. So now, with that said, if you don't need to use the bathroom, you don't need to grab anything to drink, you already share the live and you are ready for our powerful powerhouse panel today. I have with me a firehouse. Okay, I call them little fireballs. They're coming to drop a word or two. So if you are ready, then I am ready, and we are going to roll into today's session of the Question Live Show with me. Now, with that said, before I do anything and bring any one of them on, I want to bring them on one by one. But before I do that, I want to welcome in the audience. I see Manta in the audience. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back. She was here last week. If you missed last week's episode, you just have to go back and watch it. Yes. And I see Yashoda. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Now, with that said, as I welcome you, don't forget to share the live. I am going to welcome one by one our panel for today, our guests, our fireball, our students across the globe. You will hear them, they will speak, they will introduce themselves, and we will move right along. Now, first up, I want to bring on Dominique. I want to welcome Dominique. Little Dominique, welcome to the
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Let me bring up, I have Pranav. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Good evening, Verona ma'am.
Good evening, and how are you?
Very fine, ma'am.
Good. And then we have Manish. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. And we have Kasak Burma. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, so see, audience, now you look right here, you see a beautiful set of youth, and our topic today is youth and education. So what I will do, I will allow each one to introduce themselves and tell us where they're coming in from, and we are going to roll into the topic. So first, let me go to Dominique. You introduce yourself and tell us where are you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me. My name is Dominic Sean Pinto from India. I am 10 years old.
Thank you. And now we have, thank you so much. Now we'll have Pranav, I'm sorry. Pranav.
Myself Pranav Sharma. I am from India. I studied in class 12th.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And then we have Manish. Okay, so while we wait for him to come on, we have Kasak.
I am studying in ninth class. I am from India, J&K.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. And is Manish available?
I am for India, ma'am, class 8.
Class 8. So we have class 8. We have what grade was Pranav? What grade were you?
In 12th class, ma'am.
All right, so you see, we have different grades here, and this is beautiful. We are going to talk about youth and education, and we are going to roll right into it. We are going to roll where we ask you a few questions about education. Are you excited about education? That's just a throw-off question. That's to break the chain. Are you excited about education?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right, now
Yes,
let's
ma'am.
roll. Absolutely. So now first I am going to ask each and every one of you this one very question, because I like to ask this question for everybody, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to answer it. So I am going to ask you, what is the importance of education? And I'm going to go with Kasak first. What is the importance of education?
Thank you. Education play a very important role in our life. Without education, we cannot achieve any success. Education is an important tool for our bright future. Education is the most valuable treasure that will you a successful human beings. Thank you, Verona ma'am. Over to Verona ma'am.
Education is the key. That's it. I oftentimes say that we hear this over and over and over, that education is the key. But then we ask the question, how many keys do we need for our children to have a bright future? How many keys do we need for our children to have a good education? How many keys do we need? Education is the key. We want to have a good education so we can open the door for the future. This right here is our future. So as we welcome everyone who tuning in, just remember, the more we pour into our children, is the brighter the future will be. So now I'm going to ask the same question to you, Dominique. What is the importance of education?
First of all, I thank God and On Passive because today I am sitting in front of you. I learned many things from On Passive webinar: how to sit, how to speak, and how to face the camera without fear. You cannot get this kind of knowledge in any class or anyway. So at this moment, I would like to thank our great CEO Ash Mufaras sir. Love you, sir. Let's come to the topic. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Mandela said it helps people come better and get a better job, to know the difference between good and bad. A person without education is like a bird without wings. Without education, we cannot achieve any success in life. It increase life. It increase self confidence, and it develops problem solving skill. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Wow. And that was powerful. Now, this is what we are talking about. When we hear confidence, there's something about having self confidence. And I like that. I like that. Because without self confidence, you cannot show up. Without self confidence, you are afraid. Without self confidence, you use all your emotions, and the one best is fear to hold you in place. It holds you stagnant. Self confidence is one of the keys. So, audience, please take note. We are dropping the keys right here of what we are going to use to get into the educational system. Education is the key. Self confidence is another key that we put it in there. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Now I am going to go to Pranav. Same question.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you to all of you, ma'am. Education plays very important role in our life. It plays a very vital role in our life. It provides it help us to learn many skills that helps us to succeed in our life. It like it improves us in to think big in our life, to think practical in our life, and to help other peoples, and to give knowledge other people. And the main concept of education is to develop human beings nature and its ability to think. And main the main role education plays is to provide good knowledge to a person that uh, succeed in his life. Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Excellent. And there goes another key. Another key is it develop the human thinking skill, your skills to think consciously, to think to make your ability open. Because without education, you won't stretch your potential. Excellent answer. Excellent answer. You need education to expand your potential. You need education to expand your skill. As children, we have to teach our children how to talk, how to eat, how to walk. We have to teach them. So, education is the key to the future. That's it. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. Now, I am going to ask the same question to Manish. I ask you the same question. What is the importance of education? Manish G, where are you? That question is the same question for you. What is the importance of education? So while we are waiting for him to come on, we have with us our very own Bashvi G. Welcome, welcome.
Yes, thank you so much, Verona ma'am. And I really apologize for joining late because I was, there were some connectivity issues. So, of course, coming towards the question. Firstly, I will say that this is Vaspi Sharma, 18 years old, and today again we are here with a beautiful topic that is youth and education. So, yes, the question. There is no doubt that the importance of education and schooling in the lives of our, youth today, it's very important. We all know what is the importance. Uh, it serves many purposes such as attainment of knowledge, the opportunity to reach goals, right, and the learning of norms in our society. Education helps us to gain, helps a person to get knowledge and improve confidence in life. Yes, it can help us to improve, our career and personal growth too. And an educated person can become a great citizen in the society.
Excellent. Excellent. That is a perfect answer. Now, there's something you said. You said attain in knowledge. Attaining knowledge. When we attain knowledge, we are developing our skills. So, audience, if you're not paying attention, we are dropping those gems right here. We are dropping those keys because to get to your future, you need those keys to get there. And we are dropping them right there. I will go over them almost to the end. I will go over them if you're not paying attention, because one just dropped right here, attaining knowledge. That's another key. That was excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I told you, audience, here we have Powerhouse. This is the future right here. This is the future. Pay attention to their faces, pay attention to their voices, pay attention to their messages. This is a bright future that we have right here. Okay, so now let's go to the other question. Other question is, I'll go back to Kasak. I am going to go back to you with this question. Are you learning anything new these days, and what is it?
Thank you. These days I learned this which happen our life in is not so easy. It's life too much struggle to make you better. Then can we only if we will get good education. So we do struggle in life. Thank you. Over to Verona, ma'am.
The struggles. You see that in life, no matter which way we go, whether we are youths or adults, we will always have struggle. And then I'm going to go back to a few gems that we drop. When you develop self-confidence, those struggles become minimal. They become minimal to you when you develop self-confidence, when you attain knowledge, when you put in the human thinking cap and start thinking consciously. They become minimal to you. That was excellent. That was excellent. The struggle will always be there. Just want to remind you all that you as youths, I was once a youth. I was once there. So yes, I know. I can relate to you. So next question, I am going to go to Pranav with this question. How do you define a good teacher? What are the characteristics of a good teacher?
Thank you, ma'am. A good teacher have some qualities. Some qualities of a good teacher include skills in communication, listening, collaboration with students, and have patience. More than that, teacher have a leadership quality that leads a student in their life to be a successful person. A teacher plays very important role in students life because student much learn from his or her teacher, but teacher also provide teacher also give us knowledge that a student want in their life. A good teacher is a perfect example of a good teacher is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and many more that can give you best knowledge that helps you in your life to be a successful person. You can learn from successful persons that gives you knowledge is a good as a good teacher to you. But in schools, a good teacher, yes, we definitely said that we have good teachers in our schools, but many teachers lost the confidence of some students. That is not a good part that I see. For example, in last days, my friend taking economics from history subject, the teacher says to him that you don't be able to study economics because you are a poor you are a poor student. And that one word I didn't like of a teacher, because she gave a student less confidence while the uh, while a teacher can give a student a confidence level that leads him to his life. But That was not a right thing. The main good teacher quality is to be a lead student in his life, or to give confidence level to him or her to succeed in his life. The main is to be a teacher to collaborate with students to give their best in life. So this is a good some qualities of good teacher that teacher have. But this is a good qualities that I see in a good teacher, and many more qualities that a teacher have to be a very more things. Yes, ma'am.
There are many more things, but yes, yes, you just draw my attention to something. Because I mentioned earlier that the more we pour into our children, the brighter our future will be. And you just pour in where you make that example of the teacher and the student. Now, if you are a teacher watching this, if you are a mentor watching this, if you are a parent watching this, if you are a guardian watching this, if you're a community leader, a country leader, let me inform you that the words that pour out of your mouth that go onto our children, it will either have them growing or it will cut them down. The very words that we speak supposed to speak life. Let us speak life into our children. Let us understand that without our children, we don't have a future. Communication skills and having confidence. When we have confidence, we have confidence in ourselves as well as in the person that we are teaching. When you are telling a student that they are not going to do something, you are putting a block on them, you are putting a limitation on them. So let me inform you before I go any further, each one of you right here, that there's no limitations to you. Let me inform you before I go any further. We were not created to think don'ts and can'ts. Let me inform you before I go any further that we were created with possibility, not impossibility. Everything is possible. The words of others should not define you. Opinion of others is their opinion. When you use the word confidence, make sure that it starts and stops with you. That the words of somebody else, it will bounce right off. I will never accept the fact that a teacher put on a child those limitations. I remember while I was in the grade 4, a teacher told me, "Oh no, you will not make it. You're doubtful. You're smart, but you're doubtful." And it took me a lot of years to get out of that. Because when you're telling me I'm doubtful, you're telling me that I don't have confidence in what I do. And that was the 4th grade. That was many years ago. But for many years, that one statement kept me from achieving that which I need to achieve. For many years, I remember hearing her voice in my head, go in my head. And what it did, it limited me. So let me inform each and every one of you right here on this show, as well as those of you in the audience, that there's no limitations to you. That which you pursue with confidence. So the opinion of others won't stop you. You're unstoppable. You're unsinkable. You're unbreakable. So make sure you wear confidence as your cloak, as your crown, and as your shield. Just remember that. That was an excellent share. That was excellent. Thank you so much. That was excellent. Now I am going to go to teachers. I'm going to say this again. Be careful of what you pour into your children, into your student, because they will grow up. They will grow up. So I'm going to go to the next question. Vasby, I am going to ask you this question. If you think outside of your culture, outside of your country? What are the interests that you have outside of your country and outside of your culture, and why?
Interest, actually, right now I can't answer this question perfectly. But still, my interests are in artificial intelligence. That's why I'm in on passive. And right now I'm also pursuing the computer course too. So that's all for this question, ma'am.
Excellent. Artificial intelligence. And a lot of people might say, what is artificial intelligence? Let's talk about it. It is well, what in the normal term we say robots. Okay, so we just want to be a little bit more intelligent. We say artificial intelligence, but the common word is for those who are below maybe baby school. They might say, "Oh, robots. Robot is doing the job for you." So it is very important that we know that education is a part of artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence is a part of education. We are moving in a different area. And because we're moving in a different area, that is exactly what is there waiting for you. Everything is artificial intelligence, including your cell phone that you use every day. Your cell phone is artificial intelligence. When you send a text message, it is transferring and is transmitting to another cell phone. It is going to another tower. It is reading some form of data somewhere. If you are not speaking to me, then you're using artificial intelligence. And we are spreading out into this world. So expand your potential. Youths, expand your potential. Explore the wonderful world of artificial intelligence, otherwise known as robots. They will do the job for you. They will do the job for you, and they will help you to achieve. They will help you in education. It is the wide world of education at this point. Just think about it. You don't have to leave your home. Ah, you don't have to leave your home to get a good education. So yes, so I'm going to go to Dominique with this question. Now I'm going to ask you this question. That was excellent, Vashvi. That was excellent. Thank you so much. I am going to Dominique now. Question for you. Do you get anxious or not anxious? What emotions arises with you when it's time for you to study?
All students are totally emotionally excited about their exams, even if they learnt also. Although being a little worried and nervous about an upcoming exam is absolutely normal. Feeling too stressed and definitely not good. While I am studying, I used to think what to do if I fail. One more time, I get butterflies in my stomach, fear of forgetting everything. Most students feel that they might forget every whatever they have learned of the exam. Fear of getting less marks, feeling of anger and nervous. We should not get nervous. We should always think the positive. We should be never be anger. Over to you, ma'am.
Excellent. Oh my God. Look, I have my tea, so I think this is the time for me to sip some tea. This is what I'm talking about, juicy content. You see, emotions are normal. Let me inform you this. Emotions are normal. You get fear, you get anxious, you start have, as he just said, you get butterfly in your stomach. That's being nervous. I do get those too. Oh, yes, I do. But there's something we're going to go back to this word, confidence. We used that word earlier. Confidence. When you put confidence in there, even though you're going to experience all these emotions that they are in your head, I call them tenants. I call them little people in your head. I call them people that jumping up and they're doing everything and they're playing in your head. They're playing cricket and they're playing basketball and they're playing jump rope. They're doing all sort of stuff in your head. But when you have confidence, confidence lies right here. It lies right here. And there's a conversation between your heart and your mind. But this is always overtaken. This is always where truth lies. This is where confidence lies. And when you start saying that I am confident, you build it from inside of here. I am confident. And you start feeling the energy. I am confident. So each time you're studying and you say, I am confident, all the nervousness and all the fear and on the anxiety, they start becoming minimal. They become minimal. And as they become minimal, you will achieve that which you need to achieve. Because energy grows where energy goes. So if you start feeling nervous and you start saying, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I am so nervous. I am so nervous. Oh my God, I'm so fearful. What will happen? It will overtake you. It will run you over. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. It will overtake you. But when you start saying, I am confident, you will push past all of that. You will knock all of that out. And they will become minimal. Very minimal. Even though they're there, they become minimal. And your confidence level will allow you to be so smart and so brilliant because why? It is in you. It is in each and every one of you. There's a little genius sitting inside of each and every one of you. But how will you get it out? How will you get a little genius out? By building up confidence. First, in yourself. In yourself. And then in others. Thank you so much. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. I'm going to go to Kasat. I am going to ask you the same question that I asked earlier. What are a good quality? How do you define a good teacher?
A good teacher must have these qualities that are friendly behavior in adopt knowledge, patience and understand, confident and positive, disciplined, skillful and sensitive, responsibly and reliable. Reliable. Over to Verona, ma'am.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant because there's a word that you just use, understanding. We got to come to full understanding where we understand each other. When you show up in the classroom, you must understand your student. You must understand the environment. Understand the environment from where they're coming to where they're going. If you don't understand your student, how can you have good communication skills with them? Many times teachers just teach because they want to have the money, dropping off the fact that no, children understand on different level. Children communicate on different level. You have to teach children according to their capacity. So understanding is the key. Here we are dropping another key, understanding. And there's another word that Kasat just said, sensitivity. Let us be sensitive to others' emotions. Let us be sensitive to others' environment. Let us be sensitive so we can relate, so we can develop our communicational skills. That is very important. It is a mix and mingle. We are putting all of these in a bowl. We are putting all of them in a bucket, and we are serving them today. Audience, as you can see, our youths are serving you today with the keys for a successful education. Education is the key. I say this, we need many, many keys, and these are the keys that we are talking about. Excellent. Thank you so much for that excellent answer. Now I am going to go back around the pan. I'm going to go back around and I'm going to go to Vaspi again. Yes. How can a student be energized, more energized when it is time for studying? Because most of the time, or some of the time, a student getting ready to study, they falling asleep, they're getting drowsy, they getting tired. But what solution can you give to a student who get tired? What is it that you can give to energize that student? Or how can a student be energized while getting ready to study?
All right. Some of the suggestions I will give to all the youth out there. First, drink enough water, have a balanced diet, and avoid heavy meals, especially during your exam time. So remove all the distractions before studying, right? And plus, don't get too comfortable. Okay, so, it's for most of the youth that we will I can study while laying on the bed and all. Don't do that. And of course, study in a brightly lit room, and study consistently and keep optimizing your routine. Go for a walk, or if you are unable to go for a walk, or just get up and move, just go and drink a water and it can come back. There's a technique too, actually I forgot the name, but you can do all these things. Plus I will say that remember why you started, right? Why you started studying. Remember, you can motivate yourself by remembering of your goal. You will be feel energetic. So over to you, Verona ma'am.
You see, I mentioned before that water is important. You need to have water. Yes, water is important. Water is a sign of clarity. So the more water you drink, you become clear on the very things that you're about to accomplish. And Basri just mentioned something. Remember why you started. Remember why you are studying. What is the reason why you are studying something? What is the reason why you're exploring something? What is the reason why you are trying out something? What is the reason? Drink your water. And that goes for all of us. Water is important. Dominic got his cup. I got my cup. Dominic got his cup. Maybe he got his cup of tea. I got my cup of tea right here too. Yes. Water is important. Water, and I want to say this because I want to say this again. Remember why you're doing something. I asked this question before. What is it you outside of your culture? Remember why you're exploring that. We must always have a why. Anything that we are doing, we must know why we are doing it. We must always have a solid why. Our parents would teach us, oh, you got to go to school. You got to get a good education. You got to go to school. But they never say why. You have the opportunity to define your why. Each and every one of you have that opportunity to define your why. Know why you are doing something. Self-motivation, you see, to be motivated is not about me telling you anything. Motivation is simply meaning you moving ahead. It is you telling yourself who you are. I don't motivate you. Because the beginning of motivation, the beginning word is mo, M-O, almost like move. Therefore, you have to move yourself. You have to move yourself from the mind. When you move yourself mentally, you can move physically. If you sit and look in the hospital or in the classroom or anywhere in your country or around the world, and you see someone being crippled, if they convince their mind that they can get up, they can get up. Because we're built to do these things. We're built to rise. We're built to convince ourselves that we can move. And I'm going to go back to the water. Unlike water, you see water? There's no stopping with water. There's no stopping with water. If you look at the smallest body of water, the river, the sea, the ocean, wherever, there's no stopping. It continues to flow. If you have garbage in that water, it's still going to find a way to go around the garbage. If you got a tree, it's going to go around the tree and continue to flow. Consider yourself as water so you can continue to flow. Continue to flow, student. Continue to flow. It is your God-given right to flow. It is your God-given right to grow. It is your God-given right to be educated. It is your God-given right to succeed. Never limit yourself. There's no limitation to water. None. Always remember that. Great. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now I am go. Okay, Manaj, there you are. Welcome back. Welcome back. So
Hi,
let me
ma'am.
ask, yes. Let me answer the same question we asked before. What is the importance of education? Okay, it seems that we're having a connection problem. Okay, so let us move on to the next. Let's go to the next question. Next question, I'm going to go back to you, Pranav. I am going to go back to you for this question. Next question. Do you believe education is only for the youths?
Uh, ma'am, education benefits people of all age. It does not matter you are a youth and you are a younger age. Education is for all human beings. Education provides young people with vital skills and critical thinking and confidence, creating a healthy basis of everyone to succeed in life. Education helps you to develop critical skills like decision making, mental ability, problem solving ability, and logical thinking. It's very important for all the people, not for youth, but all people at any age criteria. Everyone needs education to develop in their life. Yes, definitely youth uh, have more education because it is a phase of their life when where their career options are near. So education is more important for youth, but it is important for all the human beings at all age criteria. Thank you, ma'am.
There's no limitation to education. Absolutely. There's no limitation to education. Why? From baby, we're teaching. But as we get older, we're still being taught. Education, there's no limit to education. Youth, yes, we got to pour into our youth because we pass youth, but when we are ready past the stage of youth, we are still pouring back into them. And because we are talking to the youths today, we are looking at our future. So therefore, there's no limitations to them. But Pranav said it perfectly. No, it's for everyone. It is absolutely for everyone. Why? Because there's something about critical thinking. It develops your critical thinking skills. And whether you're 9 or 99, there's something about your critical thinking skill that is needed. Why? Because every day we are making a decision. Every single day we are taking action. So for us to take action, we do need education. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. That was brilliant. Yes. So with a little tag on that question, I am going to go to Dominique with a little tag off of the question. Dominique, what can you teach an adult in what you have learned so far?
Thank you, ma'am. You invite me again. We should mm, means we should tell that means everyone to respect everyone, and we also should be respect to everyone. That will be make others also to make respect, and I learned from everyone, and they also learn from everyone, and we should tell that should means should talk nicely, like good words, not the bad words. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Keyword, another key. Another key. That was brilliant. Another key. Respect. If I don't respect myself, I can't respect you. If you don't respect yourself, you can't respect me. That is another key. Respect yourself first, then you can respect others. As parents, we teach our children, respect us. However, it is vice versa. We as parents must respect our children as we are teaching them to respect us. They will grow into adults. And if they're not taught how to respect each other, respect themselves, or respect the home, as young as a youth, as adults, they will not respect the country, their community, the world leaders. They will not respect any form of rules. So respect starts and stops with you. Respect yourself first. Then you can respect all of us. That was a great teaching. Yes, you can teach adults respect. Absolutely. Respect is the key. It is the key. That's another key that we just dropped here. So let us continue to add up these keys so we can have a better future. Thank you so much. That was brilliant. I told you, you're all geniuses. Don't take anything less. You're all geniuses. There's no limitations to you. You're a genius. I'm going to go to, okay, Manish, are you still there?
Hi, ma'am.
Okay,
Madam, not
excellent.
English and Hindi.
Okay, excellent. So I am going to ask you, what is the importance of education? Because we didn't get your answer on that. Are you there? Are you there?
Madam, not English and Hindi, ma'am.
You want to speak Indian that?
Actually, he is unable to understand English, so he's
Okay,
asking.
go ahead, Vashti, and please.
Okay. So it's Manish, right?
Yes.
Yes.
ओके विरोना मैम पूछ रहे हैं डैट एजुकेशन की इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है फॉर यूथ के लिए, है ना, यंग एज के लिए, चिल्ड्रंस के लिए या फिर बड़ों के लिए, इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ एजुकेशन। उसके ऊपर आप हिंदी में बोलना, हिंदी में कंफर्टेबल हो तो हिंदी में बोल सकते हो। यस मनीष।
Okay, it seems that we are
Maybe he
having.
is getting nervous or
And it's okay. And it is okay. We are fine. No, we are good. Always tell yourself that you are in a good place. You're in a good place. It is fine. All right, so we're going to go into another question. And I'm going to go back over to Pranav. I am going to go back over to you on this question. What are other ways that you can learn beside the classroom? You're muted. Yes.
Okay. So, ma'am, there is many ways to learn outside the classroom. We know that education cannot only in the classroom. It can we can learn from everywhere. So it is confined to the classroom. You can learn by eating outside, by going with friends outside, and by observing others. You can learn from observing others, that the qualities that the other have. This is the main. Education is not in the classroom, it is the outside also. You can learn from walking, you can learn from talking to others, you can learn many things from the other people, your friends, your neighbors, and even your parents also. Parents can also teach you as much as the teacher can. So education lies outside the class also. Yes, ma'am.
Brilliant. I told you you're a genius. Brilliant. When we are learning, we are not limiting ourselves to the classroom. Once we observe what somebody else is doing, we learn from them. We learn from our parents, we learn from our country, we learn from our culture, we learn from society. It adds up. And it's for you to take what is it that you're observing. You know, we use the term, oh, yes, you are my role model. We oftentimes use this word. You're my role model. You're my role model. Why you consider somebody your role model? Because you are looking at them. You're observing how they move. You're observing what they're saying. You're observing their life. Not that you're trying to be anyone, because let me inform you, youths, you don't try to be anybody but yourself. There is no other person like you. You are uniquely designed for you. So you can have role models all over the world. But at the end of the day, be the best version of yourself. Observe them. Learn from them. Because it's a part of education. But be the best version of you. Excellent. Observing others. That is a learning key. We are dropping keys here. That's another key. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. So I have two more questions, and one is for Dominique. I am going to ask you one more question here. Do you believe you're in India? Do you believe your country have a good educational system? And why?
The Indian education system The Indian education system is not too bad, but needed to improve. It has rich contents and expense of knowledge and based. So it has produced so many genius mind that making India proud over all over the world. However, while it is one of the oldest system, it still not have much developed when compared to others. This is so as the other countries have gone through growth and achievement, but the Indian education system is still stuck in old days. The biggest problem which has been faced in power garden and judge the intelligence of the student are the basic of academy, which is from the uh, exam papers. That is very unfair to students who are good in their overall performance. We see now the Indian education system focus on theory more only on the percentage of the practical. This make them run after the book's knowledge and not applying into the real world. This practice makes them perplexed when they go out in the real world of the practice, make them go in the real world due to the lack of the practice knowledge. The most importantly, the Indian education system is not giving more importance in the sports and arts. Students are always asked to study all the time. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
I think I should just stop the show. Let me remind you that you are a genius. Okay? Let me remind you that others' opinion of you don't matter. Something you said that the Indian system, and for those who are listening, in the educational system, our children are evolving. They are very much genius minds that derive out of India. Therefore, we got to move with the flow. If your children are evolving, therefore the system need to evolve with them. If the system is not evolving with our children, there is a limitation, there's a stagnation on their mind. So I ask you, each and every one of you right now, who is in the educational system, please consider what you are listening to right now. Please consider the future of your country. Please consider that when you limit one, you're limiting all. If you are watching me, you are listening to me, whether on live or replay, just remember our future is right here. There got to be some form of change so they can adapt to that change. If you taught something 50 years ago, it is not valid. There got to be some change for now. Time has moved on. Time has evolved. Therefore, we cannot teach our children the same thing or the same method from 50 years ago. They're holding the highest or the oldest teaching system at this point. Therefore, you cannot teach something new from the old. There's a saying that you cannot drink new wine in old glasses. So if you're listening to me, I ask you, please look at the future. See them. They're right here. Let us work with them. Let us allow them to rise up. Let us allow them to develop their skills. Critical thinking is important for them to take action. So please, I ask you, the government of India, the Prime Minister of India, the political leaders of India, wherever you are, our children need a change. Our children are the future. Nowhere should we sit and carry the past on our shoulder because our future is in front of us. When we carry the past on our shoulder, whether it is in the classroom or in the country itself, it allows us to limit our potential, limit the potential of our children, Allow them not to expand enough in their critical thinking, in their potential, in their gifts, and they're talented. Right here, you're looking at geniuses. They're geniuses, and a genius cannot be limited. There's no stopping them. So I ask you again, please, let us think of the future as we listen to their voices. Thank you so very much. Thank you. So I throw one more question out to Vashvi. Huh, Vashvi, sometimes I wonder what I should ask you. Because I told you, you're all geniuses. So when it comes to genius, you don't know what to ask geniuses, and you just have to sit and you just have to learn from them. And when I look at geniuses on my screen right now on this session, I learn from each and every one of you. So I sit back and I let you teach me. So I ask you, Vashvi, what can you teach an adult as myself?
Uh, what can we teach to adults? Uh, we are learning so many things from our adults, but uh, okay, one thing I will say, don't get me in a wrong way, to all those adults, I will say that have a positive talk with your children, or you know, whether they are your relatives, whether they are your children or anything. Have a positive talk, just with a in a friendly way. Okay, don't judge, just sit with them, because as a youth, they are too sensitive, to all the things happening around them. So they also, some youth also, go through a lot, but they don't, but they have no one to share with. So you all the adults or parents, or elders, elder brother or sisters, you all can sit with them, have a positive talk, that yeah, what's going on, are you what's going on with your life, how's your schooling, how's your college or anything. So just one suggestion, don't get me in a wrong way, to all those who are watching me, and some of them already, some things already Dominic told. I just wanted to say this, because what happens is, youth, they sometimes they are too sensitive, right? So some things are there which they can't even share with their friends too. They want someone with whom they can share, and they don't want to be judged. So this is the thing, just have a positive and friendly talk with them.
Brilliant! Brilliant! Brilliance. And you see, brilliancy is in you because greatness is in you. The word you use, and here's another key: no judgment. We oftentimes judge accordingly. We oftentimes judge based on, we oftentimes judge all the, and we make all this competition. When you judge, you're competing. When you judge, you're having a comparison. Parents, teachers, mentors, even political leaders, stop with the judgment. When you judge, you put up a barrier. And we're here to break barriers: cultural barriers, language barriers, every kind of barriers, because we are like water. We will continue to flow. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. Again, I like when you teach me because I just sit and I will learn. Thank you so much. Audience, I hope you're taking these keys as we wind down this episode. I want to throw out one bonus question that nobody knows about. And this is a common it's not a common question, but this is a question that I would love to know that all of you know the answer. Why? I believe in you. I believe in you. And you are in the grades that this is supposed to be taught already. So it is Call it a fun fact. It's a fun fact question for each and every one of you as we wind down this episode. So I am going to go first. The last shall be the first, and the first shall be the last. So the last person that just spoke is Vaspi. So I am going to throw out this fun fact question to you. And everybody's going to get the same question. So Vaspi, you go first. Question is, how many colors are on the Indian flag, and what are they?
Okay, so of course, there are four colors: orange, white, green, and the wheel. That's blue colors. That is of blue color. So I will say that white color is for peace. We all know, and for the orange and green, uh, white is for peace. Just like I said right now. So actually, I'm not getting the right word for orange and green color. Just give me a couple of minute. I'm not getting the right words. So
Okay. That's okay. No judgment, of course. That's okay. I go to
okay.
Pranav. You answer the same question. Thank you.
Uh, Ma'am, in Indian flag there are three colors and one wheel that Vaishvi said. Uh, White is for peace and orange is for sacrifice. That freedom fighters sacrifice for our freedom of India. And green color is for greenery. It represents that India is a greenery country, and fulfilled with happiness country. And wheel represents the chakra. It has 24. मतलब, what to say that 24 तिल्लियां, मतलब I can't get the right word of that wheels that
Rule of law.
had. So this represents our Indian flag.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. And Dominique, the same question.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me again. In our Indian flag, there are four colors, and that is orange, saffron, white, and green. So that blue color means we will tell that one Ashoka Chakra, and there are 24 strokes, and that is line type. Um, what?
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just throw that out there because I want you to know that you learn your culture, then you learn others' culture, then you explore. That is it. No worries, no judgment, no such thing, no barrier. That is it. I look it up myself and I saw the wheel. It's called the Dharma Chakra. Dharma Chakra. Yes, the wheel of law. I love those colors because I look only at those colors because they represent happiness for me. I call them the happy colors. The white by itself, see the white gonna go right back to the word that we were saying, water. It goes right back to water. Water brings peace. Consider yourself a body of water that you will bring peace. You are geniuses. Genius bring peace. Genius leave footmarks. And genius leave clues. Let your clues be something positive that they follow you. Let your footprints be stamped, whether in your country or outside of your country. As we move into a different area of AI, know that it is you. Yes, you, Panaf, you, Dominique, you, Vaspi, you, Manash. It is you, it's your intelligence that will allow AI to make this world a better place. AI cannot run by itself. AI was created by man and man intelligence. Therefore, you are a genius. You can create that which you want because it is in you. to create greatness. It is in each and every one of you who is watching right now. That greatness lies within you. And when you are a co creator of God, you create only greatness because God Himself is great. You are a co creator. Continue to create marks. Continue to put out confidence. Continue to make critical and conscious thinking and take conscious action. Continue to be the light in your country and as well as your peers. Continue to be the light around the world. That when someone see you, they may see light. Never dim your light for anyone. Never listen to the opinion of others to dim your light. We oftentimes do that. We oftentimes take the opinion of others and we allow it to stop our gifts and our talents and break our goals. Each one of you that show up here today, Kasak, Dominique, Pranav, Vashvi, Manish, and for those who are on live, each time you show up, I want to remind you that you are not showing up for yourself. You are showing up for your family. You are showing up for your community. And you are showing up for generations to come. From my heart to yours, I say keep on showing up. Keep on letting your little light shine. And keep on going and wear the cloak of confidence. And let that genius in each and every one of you be the mark in society. We need you. We need you. The future is waiting to see the best version of you. I want to say Dhanavad to each and every one of you. Thank you for coming here today. So I'll give each and every one of you the opportunity to give your final word as we close this session. I go with you, Dominique.
I'm very happy, ma'am. First time I'm sitting in this international webinar, and I really like this. All the I was inspired by Vashmi ma'am and Pranav sir, because I learned from Vashmi ma'am and Pranav sir how to sit and how to talk, and from my dad and my master Ryan sir, because I learned from this from them all, and from you also, ma'am. I learned very much how to respect everyone and how to talk in respect. We should respect everyone because for us, everyone is equal. No one is up and down. We all are equal. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I go down to you, Pranav. That was beautiful. Yes, we are all equal. Yes. Pranav, your final words.
Thank you, ma'am. Today's session is wonderful, and I feel great and very happy to today's such session. Thank you, ma'am, very much, and Dominic and Vashvi, thank you very much. Today's session is very great, very wonderful. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And Vashviji?
Yes, thank you, Verona ma'am. And I would really love to say namaste to all, to you and to everyone out there who is watching us live. So, and of course, really thank you so much, Verona ma'am, for giving me this opportunity again. And my final words for all the youth out there, I will say that, youth are often, more open to new ideas, and they like learning new skills and keeping the necessary information, right? So to all the youth, I will say you must try to be positive and optimistic and should not easily give up and feel defeated, right? So never, confuse your single defeat with a final defeat. I will just complete it in one line. Never do it. Just believe in yourself. You are valued, and you are responsible for the bright future of your nation. So focus on it. Remember, like Verona ma'am said, you must know the answer of why you started, and the reason. For those people who wanted to see you successful, who are cheering you up, think of them, think of the reason why you started, and you are going to achieve whatever you want to. And over to you, Verona ma'am. Thank you so much. And of course, thanks to Pranav and Dominic and Manish too. Though he was feeling nervous, he didn't spoke, but still, thanks to you all.
I got nothing else to say but Ashirvad.
Thank you.
Ashirvad to each and every one of you. It has been a pleasure to serve you. It has been a pleasure to have you. Go and be the light. Go and be the light. Today is your day. Be that light. Thank you again for being here. Thank you again for showing up. Thanks to your parents for allowing you to show up. As they continue to pour in you, I over here, your Mossy, will continue to pour into you. I bless you. I honor you. I celebrate each and every one of you. Never, ever let anyone define you. You define yourself. Be that light. And don't forget to wear confidence as your crown and confidence as your cloak. That it will take you into the future because education is the key. We learn about all the keys. Take one, take two, take many, but don't forget just to know that education is the key. Thank you so much for being here.